Well, I was raised where the preacher said, boy, don't stray too far. But grace found me out behind the barn with a beat-up old guitar. I sowed my rose through smoky nights, down back roads full of sin. Spent more time in barroom lights than I ever did in hymns. I wore rebellion like a coat, too stubborn, proud to kneel, but mercy met me in the dust, out where the broken feel. Now the church folk called me reckless, said I'd never come around, but heaven loves to grow wildflowers in forgotten ground. Grace doesn't bale wild oats, doesn't leave us in the weeds, doesn't turn away the rebels or the hearts that bleed. Grace doesn't bail out on us when we're sowing reckless roads. Nah, God still uses wild ones, rebels for Jesus. Grace doesn't bale wild oats. Now I've seen old drunks start praying, seen hard hearts break in tears, seen tattooed hands raised to heaven after running hard for years. Yeah, the least of these keep showing up at the foot of Calvary, 'cause Jesus never built his kingdom with the polished Pharisee. No, he walks straight through the briar patch where the outcasts hide in shame, and calls the roughest souls by love instead of by their name. Grace doesn't bale wild oats, doesn't leave us in the weeds, doesn't turn away the rebels or the hearts that bleed. Grace doesn't bail out on us when we're sowing reckless roads. Nah, God still uses wild ones, rebels for Jesus. Grace doesn't bail wild oats. Well, the righteous stack their hay of need in tidy little rows, but God still plants his miracles where nobody else goes. Yeah, the weeds they tried to throw away might just feed 1,000 souls. Grace doesn't bale wild oats, thank God mercy still believes. There's a harvest in the heartbreak for the ones nobody sees. Grace doesn't bail out on us when the night gets hard and cold. Yeah, God still uses wild ones, rebels for Jesus. And grace still gathers wild oats. Yeah, ain't it something? The fields everybody gave up on are the ones God makes gold.